Welcome to the Bad Hand Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bad Hand Show. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully all is well. Let's just jump into this. I feel like just being about small business owner, right? Like, have you ever gone through periods of doubt? I'm sure you have. Everyone does. That's just a real thing we do in life. When you feel like you're doing so much and you just might be wasting your time or something, which I feel like if you don't do something, you're wasting your time. But then you realize there's so many other ways to do things, you know? Like, if you got a website, you can also find other people, stores that might want to carry your stuff or give you a display or let you put a display in their place of business, whether it's a department store or just another small business or it's just sometimes. And then I was even thinking about, like, you know, I've only heard people do it. I've heard a couple times people talk about it, but it never really crossed my mind how sometimes you can build up a brand, which I'm going to do more research on it too, and then sell it or build up a logo and then sell it. So I feel like there's just so many other things or ways you can look at it and not feel like you've losing something. So that's my mindset today. I don't know, not that I'm really I am wanting to reach out to other business owners and see about getting a display or selling wholesale things. And I think with that, you just work up a good, sizable inventory, and if that so happens, you won't feel so pressured, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's my mindset today, and just for anyone who might be feeling that way, you know. I don't know, sometimes people do like laughing at someone if they feel like they're wasting their time. Of course, most of those people are wasting their time too, because they spend so much time focusing on what someone else is doing that they fail to do anything for themselves. So at the end of the day, I feel like they can't do anything but feel like they waste their time, they wasted their whole day and didn't accomplish much, okay? Whereas you'll see someone else that's constantly trying to figure it out, you know, on their own, doing their own thing, creating their own stuff. So even like this podcast, sometimes it's been, I can't even tell you how many times I've wanted to start a podcast, and I have, and I just haven't been consistent about it. The video part of it. Now, I can sit and talk all day. It seems like, but it just took me until this year to really get my mindset into just talking on using my microphone and talking versus just trying to do a video with me to, you know. I mean, I like doing that occasionally, but I do want to get back into really showing me create stuff, doing videos that way. I mean, so it's just when you have so much stuff going on, you kind of you feel like you try to do the most important things, get the most important things done in a day, and but I do think, like I said, I think that YouTube past that, where you can just do posts. Now I do need to start using. I think I'm eligible to do lives or something, so I need to start doing that on YouTube as well, showcasing me working on something. Which that was something I keep forgetting to do because I'm always working on something, but I'm just, I guess I get so into that zone of doing it and not feeling like dressing up or looking a certain way on camera. So anyway, but yeah, if you ever felt that way, I mean, sometimes it's just so simple. Like, I like to do the natural way of things, but sometimes you have to come out of your comfort zone. That's what I mean this year, just coming out of my comfort zone and doing other things, trying other things, doing things a different way than I normally do them. So right now I've been like turning around how many ways I'm trying to find that perfect way, not perfect, but to do earrings. It's, if I've done earrings for some years, so I'm just trying to find me a different way that's something different than I normally do, and then that's what I'm gonna roll with and churn out some, because that's just another part of business. I've tried resin, but it just does something to me. I guess I need to get a painter's mask or something like that, or just wait till the weather really changes and get outside and do it. So, because it really takes a toll on my health. I do like Resin-Crete. I have been fooling with that, it's really, and I like air dry clay as well. Like when I'm doing coasters, I think I like it in air dry clay, but I do like it in the Resin-Crete too. So it's just, trying to get done everything I'm getting done, and then I think that's something else I would do next. It's just like trying to not figure it out, but just going in steps of getting this done, then starting something else, because I feel like when I do things, it's not something I just need to put a nice little size of amount on that, like inventory, and then I don't need to keep doing it all the time. That's been my problem as well. Just keep doing one thing over and over and just build it up. And so anyway, just realize you don't have to have a whole lot. You just if it's your heart's desire to have this, that, or the other, then that's okay. You won't be satisfied otherwise, okay? And so that's how I look at things. But I just realized I don't have to have 1,000 pieces of one thing. Just figure out the system that works best for you, and then just work it, right? That's was something people would always say. When I was younger, I would hear people work the system. You're not trying to work it. Excuse me. They was talking about something else, but you do figure out your own system and then work that system, and it might take you to different places in life. Like I said, if you find someone who wants to do business with you, give you a display, something like that in their store, that's a system you work, and whatever you contracted with them for, then that's you work, but then you also still working your own system as well. And advertising is key. And a lot of times I don't know how many people. I know people do giveaways when they see people watching their stuff, right? They're watching them create things or things like that, or they have already gotten some other business owners to help to review their products and stuff like that. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But I don't know how it's different when I'm sorry, I'm just all over the place this morning. I'm trying to get get my mind together. But just giveaways when you need to have those reviews for your products and stuff. Now, I've been horrible at, like, I buy things, but I rarely go back and do reviews, which I am going to start. I'm going to go catch up on that. Like last night, I've spent a lot of time cleaning up my emails. I mean, that was taking me forever to do. And so I've accomplished that. And then when I do music for Udio, I don't know if you've ever gone on there and made some tracks or anything, but you know how easily and fast your page can be cluttered with just a bunch of stuff in it. And you'll keep creating, and you, instead of revisiting what you've already created and see what you can. So I spent a lot of time last night too grouping those up in folders. You know, that way it's easy to just go to one folder, see what I can work with, see if I can recreate it or remix it or do something else with it, and or make some jingles. You know, because once the page gets so long with all the things you've done, you hardly gonna, most of the times you don't go right back to where you first started and see where you were at. So I'm still trying to reach the bottom of that page because I realize I've been doing that for a while now, and it's just so many generations of, when you're creating something, how many generations of it you make to complete whatever you're doing. So yeah, I'm trying to get to the bottom of that and make sure I can use some jingles from a radio station and stuff like that, and just clean it up, and it opens up your mind, it frees up your mind, frees up space in your mind. Because myself, when I feel cluttered, I can't really think straight. Now, don't get me wrong, I can think, because people hear me say that and feel like that if they do these things, I can't think. I will just be sitting somewhere feeling dizzy. No, I'm gonna make sure where I'm at, I can think. What other people doing is their problem. It's not like I really hang out with them anywhere to be thinking all that. But when I'm cluttered myself is when I'll clear that. When I'm cluttered myself, that's when I start feeling like anything. Because it's only been me that's been that way. I haven't allowed other people to come around me and be cluttered, okay? So, but anyway, yeah, it's that thing too, when you feel like maybe you're wasting your time or something like that. No. And you do something about it. Most people do, or you talk yourself up out of that. You talk yourself out of that doubt or what other people's opinions are, and you just keep doing what you believe you are doing is right, and that's all you can do. Excuse me. Because I am a firm believer of, it might seem like I'm doing it for nothing, but I can assure you it's always someone helping me as well. And that's what people hate about me. They hate that every time they see me doing something, they know someone is helping me accomplish something. So, and it's just, if they spend more time doing that, like they say, that people are more quick to help you when they see you helping yourself. So most of the times when it looks like I'm on my end or something, but it's nothing to explain to people. It's just, if you don't like something someone else is doing, then that means you have to make a decision, a choice to go find something else to do, mainly. Because if you see that person is not changing, is not even thinking about nothing you're talking about, then 9 times out of 10, that person is pretty much set in their ways. And no matter what you keep thinking, you'll be wasting your time day after day after day waiting on them too, because they've moved on. They've grown. I've seen so much growth in my life, period, and even from my head to my toes. just so much growth, and even sometimes you wonder, like when you start reaching a certain age, you start feeling like, okay, there's really not much more for me to do. I mean, but then you realize again, there is still so much for you to do. I mean, you can still follow your dreams. You can still keep doing what you've been doing, as far as if you're a creator or a crafter. I mean, if you spent most of your time, whether you knew it or not, building an audience, those people follow you wherever you go. I mean, they just follow you. And if they've known you all this time to be a creator, a crafter, a podcaster, or, you might not have known that you was a podcaster, right? But people around you might have said you should start a podcast because they like the way you talk, they like the way you think, they like the way you deliver your message. I mean, so you was a podcaster before you knew it, right? And it might have been something you've always wanted to do, but maybe time prevented you from doing that at the moment. Maybe you worked a 9 to 5, maybe you had kids you had to go, and so you didn't have time. It was always a lot of noise, it was always a lot of people around, it was always things going on, so you had to, as they say, parents say, you can put their dreams on the back burner until their kids get this way, that way, or until you get to a point or retired. So yeah, it's just always still time for you to, maybe you've matured a lot. And like I said, I've seen so much growth in my life that it's amazing to me that coming from not knowing anything, which most people do. I mean, when you're a little kid, you don't know anything. Coming from not knowing anything and constantly being that way throughout my life, yet not giving up on myself. I mean, and it's amazing to anyone that can feel like they've done that and created so many things or been so much of an inspiration to other people. That is mind-boggling, and I'm not like, I didn't go to college. I felt the need to get a GED when I was younger. I don't know why. And I feel like if I don't complete, I don't complete nothing else in life as far as education, I can walk around feeling like I completed something, okay? So, and that's what I went into, and then everything else I've learned on my own. So, and you would think I went to college and stuff because of that. Sometimes you just have to complete something, And so that's what always draws me back to whatever I'm doing in my crafter life. You have to complete something. I might get scattered around and all these things sometimes, because people tend to think I want to try everything they doing, Now, in which I was doing a lot of stuff on my own. Now, sometimes when I was younger at crafting, I didn't quite know exactly. Like I said, I didn't go to school for anything, so I did watch a lot of YouTube videos and say, hey, I want to try that. Now, is that wrong, or is that just somebody with some money? I mean, like that. To me, I feel like that would just be somebody with some money if they're watching anything and feel like, hey, I'm going to go buy all the stuff and try that. And not think twice about it, okay? Whereas other people might not be as fortunate to do that. So that's what I look at that as. But other people looked at me as, I want to try everything they want to try, which is can I say taboo or something like that? Because most of the people who say that have been trying to try everything I am, okay? They've been trying to put on the way I talk, put on the way I dress, put on the way I walk, put on my audience. But, they've been trying to try everything I do, period. So when they come to me trying to say that, me and my audience always look at them like, yeah, that's just something you wish she was doing. Okay. And to where even now I keep creating stuff that it's not something they finding that I looked at them and did. Because, like I said, they've been trying to be like me for I don't know how long. They've been trying to win over my audience. They've been trying to get my endorsements. They've been trying to do all these things. So, anyway, that's just today. As you felt, I felt a little scattered, but it is just. I just want to not let things stop me from doing this. As far as not people, just me, my mind, not let my mind stop me from doing this because of anything. Just get on here, talk. You don't have to think about it. Just talk about your feelings, your thoughts, and build your audience from there, and just keep being motivated about it, because some people like the way you do things. Like I said, if you've been building an audience all your life, they have followed you all your life. And hey, they just listen to you doing things, or see you doing things, being happy in your own world, and not letting haters, because they don't understand why you are, why you are the way you are. So they feel they waste a lot of time trying to figure that out. But I'm a private person, so most of the stuff they try to do, they would need to be closer to me than what they are to figure out anything. So they're always at so far back that they don't know anything. It's just like seeing people in public is what it is, because out there it's public. Just seeing somebody in public, if you can. If you don't, you just know they exist. So that's just all it is. You just know they exist, but they don't really have anything to do with what you're doing. So anyway, so hopefully that's a motivation to someone. I didn't have a whole lot to say on it, but it's just to keep going, keep creating, and maybe you just have to come out of your comfort zone and feel like if you created so much stuff and you just don't know what to do with it, and you don't feel like you should just give it away, because people will love that as well. Then, maybe you have to do some, go to some stores or call some people at the stores who's over there, they're marketing and buying products, and come up with your pitch and see what else you can do, or find a little small business. Most of those I feel like are downtown, like where I'm at, So yeah, that's just where I'm at with a lot of stuff. This weekend, not this weekend, but when the weather really, we've been having a lot of rain here the last couple of days. So we're not in spring yet, but that's my goal and my plan, to get out and about and try to do my pitch, call a couple places, and do those things. But anyway, hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Hopefully you're in good spirits. And until next time, peace.